Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, dear students. Continuation lecture number 4 for the grade 11 general gas equation, and this is lecture number 37. So in the previous lecture we derived the different units of general gas equation, and also we derived the molecular mass, density and mass of the gas. So general units. So there is one more unit we are going to explain, SI unit. SI unit. P V equal to N R P. The R will be equal to P V over N T. So SI unit. System international units of the R, which is called general gas constant, universal gas constant. So only I told you two are different. Volume is different. In the previous STP we use volume in decimeter cube, 22.414 decimeter cube, but here we use meter cube. That's why we have to divide by 1000. So the answer will be 0.22414 meter cube. 0.02414 meter cube. This is a difference one. And second difference is pressure. In the previous calculation we used pressure in the atmosphere. Here we use in the newtons per meter square. 101,325 newtons per meter square. There are two difference. Otherwise, the number of mole is the same, 1 mole, and temperature is the same, 273 Kelvin. These are the values you have to put in this formula, and you will be able to calculate the value of R, universal gas constant. So pressure 101,325 newtons per meter square, multiply by volume 0.0224114 meter cube divided by 1 mole, so this multiplied by 273 Kelvin. So dear students, this Kelvin P pressure, V volume, and T. So you will get this is the per meter square, and this is a meter cube. So 1 meter remains. So this R will be equal to 8.31. This is the value for this one. If you calculate, yes, 8.3143. 8.3143 plus meters cube minus meter square. So only 1 meter, so Newton meters per mole per Kelvin. This is the SI value with the unit of the universal constant R value. So you can change into joule, because 1 Newton meter is equal to 1 joule. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. So that's why the R will be also 8.3143 joules per mole per Kelvin. So according to the requirements given in the numerical with the other value, you have to select which value you have to use numerically. You must remember these. Sometimes these values are given in the examination, and sometimes not given, so that's why you have to remember these values. So here is a one numerical I have to solve. So first remember these. SI unit for the value of R. Okay. 4.11. Example number in my book. 4.11 will be different in your book. Example. Calculate the average molar mass. Capital M. Molar mass you have to find of air at sea level. Temperature is at 0 degrees Celsius and density of air is 1.29 kilograms per meter cube. So density is equal in the previous calculation M P over R T. This is the formula of density. Molecular mass, pressure divided by R and T. And if you want to calculate the average molar mass of the gas, so this will be a D R T divided by P. So this formula you have to use. You have to use this formula, or if you are going to calculate, I think in your book. So put the value, molecular mass of gas, density of the gas is 1.29 kilograms per meter cube, multiplied by R value. So because in the normal SPB we don't use their atmosphere, for air is different in kilograms, that's why we use different units. These are the 8.3143. The units will be newtons meter per mole per Kelvin multiplied by temperature is 273 Kelvin. 0 degrees centigrade is equal to 273 Kelvin divided by pressure 101,325 also newtons per meter square. So if you are going to see here, here is a meter cube, per meter cube. And here is, okay, first this per Kelvin and per Kelvin is going to be cancelled here. Newton is going to be cancelled here. And there is a per meter cube. And here is a only one. If this will come here, so this will be also same unit per cube. So this meter is going to be cancelled also. So molar mass of the gas after calculation, the answer I will write. That is a 0.0. If you calculate yourself, 0.0289. So again I tell you, this is the per meter cube, and here only meter. This minus mole. This is the unit of molar mass. So if you are going to calculate in the grams, so multiply by 1000, it means that 1, 2, 3. So 2.89 grams per mole. 1, 2, 3. After multiplication by 1000, so 2.89 grams per mole is a unit of molar mass. So this is one is given in your book, so mind it, you have to calculate accordingly. So there is another, you have to use the general gas equation P1 V1 over T1 is equal to T2 V2 over T2. So this is write down in your copy. A certain gas occupies 6 decimeter cubes V1, pressure 720 P1, 25 degree centigrade T1. What volume? We done before this one. Volume is question mark under standard conditions. Standard conditions pressure P2 760 and the temperature is 273. Apply the formula P1 V1 over T1 is equal to P2 V2 or T2. You have to calculate the V volume. Here the one more numerical here. Example. He said 4 grams of methane mass of methane gas 4 grams. Okay. And the temperature T is 27 degree centigrade plus 273, you will get 300 Kelvin. Okay. Pressure is 2.5 atmosphere at the volume of 2.46 decimeter cube. So students, first of all, we will calculate the moles. Mass is given, moles of methane, and you know the mole is equal to mass in gram over molar mass. So 4 grams divided by 16 grams per mole. So the answer is 4 over 16. 1 over 4.25, I think. So 4 divided by 16, yes, 0.25. So 0.25 moles, 0.25 grams per meter. These are the moles. Now, dear students, there is a given moles given, temperature given, pressure given, volume given. So by using general gas equation, P is equal to nRT. So pressure is given, volume is given, number of moles given, temperature is given, means you have to calculate the value of R. PV over NP. Put the values. Pressure is 2.5 atmosphere. Multiplied by volume is 2.46 decimeter cube. Divided by number of moles, 0.25 moles. Multiplied by temperature is given 300 Kelvin. So if you are going to calculate this, then you can get the value 0.0821. 0.0821 atmosphere decimeter cube per mole per Kelvin. This is the value of R by using this numerical. Okay. Other example is find the density of ammonia. Density of ammonia at the 100 degrees centigrade when confined by the pressure 1600 millimeters of mercury. You have to calculate the density of the gas. Example, gas is ammonia and temperature is 100 degrees Celsius plus 273. You will get 373 Kelvin, and the pressure is 1600 millimeter of mercury divided by 760. You will get in the form of atmosphere. So this will be a 2.105 atmosphere. Pressure is given, temperature is given. Ammonia gas has a molar mass 17 grams per mole, and the formula of density is equal D is equal M P over R T, because this is a atmosphere, so we use the value of R 0.0821 decimeter cube atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. So you have to use this one. Now apply the formula. D is equal M molecular mass is 17 grams per mole multiplied by the pressure 2.105 atmosphere divided by value of gas constant 0.0821 decimeter cube atmosphere per Kelvin per mole multiplied by temperature 373 Kelvin. So atmosphere cancelled. This is a per mole, it will go mole, so this is going to be cancelled. And Kelvin is going to be cancelled with the Kelvin here. So the density of the gas will be, if you calculate, this will be a 1.16 grams per decimeter. This is the density which is given here in your book. So please, these numericals are very simple. You have to calculate according to the question asked. Now, other topic is very important. Solve the same questions you will find in the exercise questions or in the board papers. The topic is deviation from the ideal behavior. Deviation from the ideal gas. I told you what's ideal gas? The gas which obeys gas laws at given conditions, temperature and pressure is called ideal gas. And also I told you that there is no ideal gas on the earth. They are going to deviate. In certain cases, they are not going to be perfect gases. And what is the criteria for the ideal gas? I'm talking about ideal gas. If you maintain high temperature and low pressure, the gas shows more ideal behavior. It means that if you have a gas, suppose we have a ammonia gas, and initially you are maintaining the temperature, that's why 25 degrees Celsius, and pressure is a 1 atmospheric pressure. But if you are going to change the temperature from 25 to 100 degrees Celsius, and the pressure you have a 1 atmosphere, now you are maintaining 0.5 atmosphere, so the ammonia gas behaves more. So when you are applying high temperature and low pressure, the gas will be more ideal. And there are two faulty points in the kinetic molecular theory of gases. They are same explained according to these two factors. Otherwise, gas behave non-ideal. So gas is a more ideal, perfect gas. When I am talking about how gas is ideal, means the gas molecules away from each other. Then gas become more ideal. The gas molecules, they should have more distances present between them. So when you increase the temperature, kinetic energy of gas molecule increase, they become more apart from each other. When you apply low pressure, again gas molecules away from each other. So when the more distance is present in the gas molecule, gas behave more ideal. So these two conditions for the ideality of the gas: at high temperature and low pressure. And if we have different gases, so from these four gases, which is more ideal at same conditions, then we have another also criteria for this one. The lightest gas, lighter gas, which is more ideal because the gas molecules are away from each other, and non-polar nature. So if the gas is lighter and non-polar, which is more ideal than heavier and polar. If ammonia 17 and polar carbon dioxide gas, it is a non-polar, but bond is polar. Sulfur dioxide, heavier gas, is polar. Hydrogen is the lightest and non-polar. So among all the four gases, hydrogen is more ideal than these three gases, all of these three. And if you use these conditions, the ideality of hydrogen gas will be more and more. So please remember these factors for the ideality, nature of the ideality of the gas. If you apply these conditions, again I am telling you, at high temperature and low pressure, gas is more ideal. And when the gas is lightest gas among the other gases, or its non-polar, will be also more ideal gas. But there is no perfect gas in the air, because when you are maintaining the temperature more than 200, 300 Yen, then means 1000 like this one. So on the earth there is not temperatures going to be maintained this one. So there is no perfect gas, no ideal gas. You can compare the which gas is more ideal according to this condition and which is less ideal. Then I can say hydrogen is the most ideal among all these gases. So this is the ideal. Now the topic is deviation from the ideal behavior. Means how it shows non-ideal behavior. How the gas shows non-ideal behavior. So inverse of these, non-ideal. Non-ideal behavior, inverse of this means at very low temperature and at very high pressure. So these, if you could apply the condition, gas become non-ideal. It shows non-ideal behavior. Deviation shows from ideal to non-ideal when you are applying this. So here we will discuss. These things we discuss here. Before starting with the deviation of given gas, ideal gas I told you. Ideal gas, real gas is a non-perfect gas, non-ideal gas. A gas which obeys all general gas equations, PV is equal to nRT, and all gas laws, especially Boyle's law and Charles' law, is called ideal gas. And no such known is gas is there, I told you. In reality, no gas is ideal because it shows some certain deviations at low temperature and high pressure. Low temperature and high pressure, which is already I mentioned here. The gases do not obey general gas equation, and all gas laws strictly we call non-ideal gases, which also we call real gases. All gases are found to be real in certain conditions. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, methane, carbon dioxide gas, they are not going to be perfect gases according to these conditions. And I told you some reasons why the real gas deviate from the gas laws at low pressure, at very low temperature and very high pressure, inverse of this. At very low pressure, gas molecules are away from each other. At low pressure, the gas molecules are generally far apart, and the attractive force of molecules are insignificant. They are away from each other. The force of attractions are insignificant. At the temperatures above the conditions point, the kinetic energy of gas molecules are great at high temperature and low pressure. The kinetic energy of gas molecules is great and also overwhelm the attractive force between this. So we are going to see PV is equal to nRT, ideal gas. Now example is given here. According to Boyle's law, P1, V1 is equal to P2 and P2. This is Boyle's law. Both sides, these two sides should be equal, then the Boyle's law obeys. Okay. For the hydrogen gas, suppose pressure is a P1.1 and volume is a V1 222.1. And when you are going to calculate P1, V1, the answer is 22.41. The pressure is a 50 atmosphere and the volume is a 0.4634 decimeter cube, then you will get PV is equal to 23.71. On here, P2, V2 is equal to 23.71. If the pressure is 100, not 1000, this is wrong, 100, not 1000. 100 atmosphere and the volume is a 0.384, the PV is equal to 38.34. It means that P3 and V3. It means that P1, V1 is not equal to P2, V2 and P2, V2 is not equal to P3, V3. So Boyle's law is not obeyed. According to this table, you will see the values and insert the values in here. You are seeing that all the values are not equal. The result of PV is quite different. Temperature remains constant. So cause of deviation, I told you, limitation of the Boyle's law and Charles law. The ideal solution is that ideal gas obeys gas laws at all temperatures, but especially at very low temperature and very high pressure, gas does not obey the all gas laws. Written here, low temperature and high pressure deviations caused by the gas due to faulty, I told you, assumptions in the kinetic molecular theory of gases. If you visit the kinetic molecular theory of gases, the last 2 points, there are no attractive and repulsive forces present between the gas molecules. And the volume of gas molecule is negligible as compared to the volume of the container. These 2 faulty points. So there are no attractive or repulsive forces. So when you are applying the high pressure, the gas molecule operates attractive forces. These gas molecules are going to be close. Just like you are putting natural gas in the gas cylinder, oxygen gas in the gas cylinder, all gases you fill in the gas cylinder by using some optimum conditions, optimum temperature, pressure and volume. Critical temperature, pressure and volume, the person, the technique which is operating this in this section, in this unit to fill the gases, he must fulfill these conditions. Liquefaction of gases, we call this. So at high pressure there are deviations of the gases that they should have the attractive forces. But according to kinetic molecular theory of gases, there are no attractive or repulsive forces present in gas molecule, but there are. That's why this point is incorrect. The volume of gas molecule is negligible as compared to the volume of the container. There is some volume of the gas. Okay, they are reduced, decreases, but no more negligible. This is also a fault in the kinetic molecular theory of gas. So there, I told you this one now. At low temperature first. So already I told you, when you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is going to be increased. So the volume of gas is going to be increased. The distance is gas apart, the gas become ideal. High temperature. But when the temperature is decreased, the kinetic energy of gas molecules also decreased. The intermolecular force is now significant. This is the answer. The force of attraction operates significant between the gas molecules. That's why there are force of attraction. This is against of that point. It means that molecules come close each other. At certain very low temperature, the gas changes into liquid. This is called liquefaction and the solidification of gases. So we use in different purposes these gases. They must be liquefied, and all conditions should be fulfilled when we are going to use these techniques on the industrial scale. So this is the liquefying of temperature. That's why the ideal gas deviates from its original behavior. Ideal gas means the gas should be apart from each other. All molecules should be away from each other. But they are closing, deviation, not obeying. So gas does not obey gas laws at low temperature. There is a deviation of gas. Sulfur dioxide, the polar gas, 64 molar mass, so its liquefaction temperature is a minus 10 degrees Celsius due to the polarity and due to the heaviness of the gas. But hydrogen gas, I told you, hydrogen gas, so very lightest gas among all gases and non-polar gas, so its liquefaction temperature is minus 250, 2.7 degrees, near about the absolute zero temperature. Minus 252.7 degrees Celsius, because why temperature is so less because of the non-polar nature and lighter nature. Therefore, attractive forces of the gas molecules are going to be operate according to these conditions, and molecules of gas cannot be considered negligible. At the room, for this reason, sulfur dioxide is shown non-ideal behavior at room temperature as compared to hydrogen gas, because sulfur dioxide gas is a heavier gas, polar gas. Hydrogen gas is a lighter gas and non-polar gas. This is at a very low temperature than high pressure. I told you that gas is ideal at low pressure, is very small as compared to the volume of the container. However, its volume does not remain negligible at high pressure. So this can be understood following: when the pressure is 1 atmosphere, then individual volume of the gas molecule is suppose 32 centimeter cube, which is negligible as compared to 22.414 decimeter cube. If we change it to centimeter cube, because both units should be equal, one is a 32 centimeter cube, then to 22,400 centimeter cube, which is very high, so this is negligible as compared to this value. But if it is subjected to pressure 100 atmospheric pressure instead of 1, then volume of gas reduces and it becomes only 224 centimeter cube. 200 from 22,400 centimeter cube changes into only 224 centimeter cube. So under this pressure, means very high pressure, 100 atmos pressure, so individual volume of the gas molecule is a 32 centimeter cube, is not more than negligible as compared the volume of the gas 244 centimeter cube. So dear students, again I am saying you that at high pressure the gas shows non-ideal behavior. It deviates from its ideal behavior. At very low temperature, gas is going to show non-ideal behavior. But at high temperature, gas becomes ideal. At low temperature, gas becomes ideal. So these 2 points you have to remember. And is there the graphical situation? You have to read this one. There are 2 points are here. That is the number of moles in middle in the graph. There are number of moles is equal to PV over RT, exactly 1 mole. So this the line which is dividing 2 colors. One is a violet color and other is a yellow color. And there the one horizontal line for 1 mole of gas. So if any gas forms this straight line, which one is a perfect gas, ideal gas? If the gas shows light, this is exactly 1 mole. Up there are yellow, down there is a violet or purple color. You are seeing between there a line of 1 mole straight. With increasing the pressure, so the gas become ideal, but you are seeing no one gas. No one gas is a perfect. In the yellow box, you are seeing repulsion. These are going to be, and there is the attraction forces. Attraction forces are more. They are more polar. Ammonia gas, methane gas, ethane gas. But up you are seeing the more repulsive forces, hydrogen gas is there, but it does not show its ideal behavior. So dear students, you have to see, you have to read this one. Then inshallah next lecture, very very important topic, van der Waals equations, and there is a correction of volume and pressure. So in the next lecture, we will discuss about the correction of pressure and correction of volume according to van der Waals equation. Thank you very much. We are going to finish this lecture number 37. Very important topic. Go through this one.